Hello, everybody. This is my educational leader interview, and I'm sorry if I do sound a little stuffy. I am a little bit sick, so if you're not able to, hear me well or are not able to understand me, I do apologize ahead of time. Um, but here we go. First is my introduction to my interview. Out of respect for Miss Lopez, I didn't include any pictures that involve her or her classroom. Out of respect, she did say that to make this a little bit more interesting, to add pictures out of Google, but she just didn't feel comfortable sharing um any of the classroom or her own picture. So out of respect, I did that, and so we do have a couple of Google images that I did, and most of them are inspired by some of the things that I saw in the classroom. I did like some of them were posted inside a classroom, so that's me rambling around. But let's get this going. Okay, here's my introduction. So I recently interviewed a chat with Miss Karina Lopez, and who is a dedicated special education teacher at Store Elementary School in the public school in East Bay, California. We had an interview September 5th. Ms. Lopez shared her value insights for her 10 years of experience working with students who have various learning needs, such as autism, ADHD, other specific learning disabilities, and English language learners. Store Elementary School is a dual language school, so that's why she does focuses on both special education and ESL learning, or ELL learning. So yeah, her teaching approaches focus on fairness, advocating for students, and working together for families and general education teachers. This collaboration helps ensure that students with IEPs get the support they need in inclusive settings. Educational background and professional pathway. Miss Lopez, she got her degree from liberal studies, and her master's in special education from San Jose State. She kicked off her career as a paraeducator, which helped her build her solid bond with neurodivergent students. This experience motivated her to get her credential for mild to moderate disabilities. Through her career, she worked with both self-contained classrooms and inclusive environments. She currently leads her department in special education at Stewart Elementary School. Her journey shows her dedication to continuous learning and her passion for advocating for educational equity. Learning style and philosophy. Miss Opus sees herself as a transformational leader. She leads by example and inspires others with her vision, empathy, and teamwork. She supported the colleagues by sharing helpful resources and starting inclusive practices in different subjects. Her core belief is that every student, no matter their disability or background, should have access to anything that could be challenging or culturally relevant instruction. She has to say inclusion is not a placement, it's a mindset. Decision making processes. Ms. Lopez makes decisions with focus on the students. She often talks to IEP teams, general teachers, families, and ensures her decisions are based on data that helps the student grow. She uses ongoing assessments, behavioral information, and personal meetings with students to guide her decision. When she encounters disability, she thinks about both of the students' academic performance, emotional health. She takes into account how her choices affect the classroom environment, student access, and their future goals. Excuse me. Exclusive practice is a culture of responsiveness. Cultural responsiveness is a key part of Ms. Lopez's teaching style. She makes a point to weave in students' home languages, traditions, experiences into what they're actually learning. For example, she uses texts from various cultures collaborates or works with families to set behavioral goals together. Her classroom is equipped with visual aids, ASL signs, quiet areas to help the kinds of learnings. She practices restorative methods to make sure that every student identity is recognized and valued. Insights and advice for future educators. Ms. Lopez suggests that future teachers should be adaptable, thoughtful, and focused on their community. She highlights how crucial it is to pay attention to students, respect their experiences, and stand up for them even when it's tough. One of her key takeaways is that making a difference takes patience, and building relationships is more important than sticking to a strict schedule. She also motivates new teachers to seek mentors, ask a lot of questions, and keep in mind that being open and vulnerable can actually be a sign of a strong leadership. Perfection and connections to my goals. Since I am aiming in a career in special education, this interview really highlighted how important patience, cultural understanding, and being an advocate are. Miss Lopez Intuism remind me of my desire to support students who often get ignored. Her way of leading fits perfectly with my aim to create welcome environments for ESL learning students and those with disabilities. I want to keep improving my skills and working together to solve problems and designing inclusively, inspired by her approach of leading with compassion and a clear vision. And it's my resources.